Hi, my name is Catherine, and it is time to continue playing Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Okay, so this was the place we last left off, and the guys who threatened us are gone. I wonder what all that was about, and those lady up there who witnessed the whole situation and that happened to us. We have absolutely no money, no papers at the moment. We are on our own now, and we were supposed to find this person called Arneson, so let's see if we'd have any new locations on our map. This was the Port District, so what is this? French District. Let's try to go there and see if we can find Arneson. Okay, it looks like we have a beautiful new district to explore. Wow, these houses look fancy and these gates are very, very big. Okay, and there's someone there. Let's go and find out what is happening in here. Are they trying to get in, or? What's going on there? It sounded like they were walking with a limp.
Ah, Watson, it seems we have arrived at the place. Look there, on the iron door.
That does look like an impressive door, yes. Can we enter the place? No, I don't see any. Ah, there. Let's try the bell.
Looks like no one is here, Holmes.
It's a pity, Watson. This is our only lead.
This person is watching us still.
Good morning, miss. Please don't be alarmed. We won't harm you, my dear. What is your name?
Eulah, sir.
Lovely. When we arrived here, you were looking through this gate. This is the residence of Mr. Arneson, isn't it? Do you know him?
Yes, sir.
Do you know if he is at home?
Don't rightly know, sir.
Watson,
Come now, don't distress yourself like this. Why all these tears?
Because of my little brother, Davy. He serves with Mr. Arneson, and been more than 5 days since I heard from him.
perhaps he went on a trip with Mr. Arneson.
No, sir. Tain't likely. I serves at the Gallagher's just the other side of the road. If they had left, I would have seen them. Something bad has happened. I can feel it.
But if you were so near, surely your brother would have cried out for help if there had been any real danger.
No, sir. Davy, he ain't like you and me. He's right smart in some ways. But Davy can't talk. Not a word. Besides, most evenings, we visits and sees each other across the stable door. And been more than 5 days since he been there. Oh, sir. I be mighty scared. Something has happened to him. I just knows it.
Miss, take us to this stable. Watson, I think this place is indeed isolated, and therefore quite vulnerable.
There it be. I'm gonna go wait on the road. That way, if my mistress calls for me, I can hear.
Okay, so we got Eulah and Davy. And this is the stable, right?
It is hardly secure, Watson. Regard the lock. It has a primitive wooden latch, which is also quite flimsy.
Okay, so what do we have in our... Can we use our knife for that? Apparently we can.
Bravo, Holmes!
Wait, what? That horse doesn't look like it's okay. Oh my goodness.
Holmes, this horse is dying of thirst. Poor animal.
He has had no water for these past 5 days, Watson.
Unbearable.
Well, let's help this animal. Okay, water. Where can we get water from? I'm not gonna let it just die there. There must be a source of water somewhere in here. Can I take this bucket? Come on, it had... Okay, those look like they are bellows and an anvil. Okay. Okay, we need water, and we need water fast. Can we get water from the streets? Water anywhere? What's in here? Let's run as fast as we can.
It would be better to turn back.
Okay, Eulah, we need water. Help us. That horse is about to die otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, someone help me to help that horse. I'm not okay with just watching
It would
it.
be better to turn back.
Oh, I want to help the horse. Oh no. I bet there's nothing there either. Perhaps there was a source of water somewhere here. I'm just panicking and not seeing it. How can I help you, friend? I'm not gonna let you die. You are my friend.
He can barely move. We must find him some water, and quickly.
Yes. Can we take some of these? That's hay, probably. It's a horseshoe. Can we go through from here? Yes.
I hope this gate is not locked, because it appears quite formidable. Open!
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, well of some sort. No. Source trees. Come on, game. Let me run.
Observe, Watson, these beautiful, well-tended flowers. Someone must care for them.
Someone who has left their horse to die without water. Ooh, raccoon. Hello, friend. Nice to meet you.
Look, Holmes, a raccoon. Come here, you little rascal.
They won't allow us too close, Watson, though the little imps are rather inquisitive by nature.
Raccoon is like, I'm noping the heck out of here. Wow, those trees look like, I don't know, some kind of shades. Or ghosts hanging in the air back there. Okay, water. Here is water.
Water?
But we need a container. Any containers here? No, we need a container. Do we have a container? Items. I just want to save the horsey. Buckets. Bucket. I need a bucket. Was there a bucket in here? I couldn't use the bucket that was inside, so I'm assuming that is not the thing we are looking for. We came from there, so perhaps here was something that I missed. I'm sorry if I'm running around too fast, but I'm worried about the horsey. Even though we probably wouldn't need to be. That's an interesting door knocker. Okay. I just want to help the horse. Perhaps we can go here and find the bucket from here.
Ah, Holmes! There are thousands of these mosquitoes.
Okay.
We must turn back, Watson, or we shall be devoured.
Okay. Let's turn back then. No buckets anywhere here. Guess we need to go back to the stables. Perhaps we were not allowed to use the bucket before examining the horse. Or before, like, touching the horse. So let's go back. Let's see if we can now use this. No, we cannot use it. It still looks like it's containing ash. So I wonder how we are able to carry the water. Will this lady help us now?
Yes, sir.
No. We just need to pay attention to the details and see.
This should prove useful.
Okay. I need to calm down. I will be able to help the horse eventually. But I'm worried about it and it's suffering, and when it's suffering, you should be quick to help it. We don't want to lose it.
Now it can't be used for anything.
But perhaps later. Horse, I will help you. I have not forgotten your plight. And now when I press the run button, it doesn't run. No, I'm not pressing the run button and Sherlock runs.
Closed. Tight.
It looks like a raccoon, right? These almost look like burn marks. Okay, so here are flowers, but can we enter? Oh, apparently we can.
What a wretched smell, Holmes.
Quite wretched, Watson. It is the foul stench of death.
Oh no, has Arneson died? Well, we need the water bucket for the horse, so perhaps we can find that from inside the place? Okay, let's take a look at this room. Some baskets hanging and flies, clearly. Dishes in the sink, and otherwise this looks like a beautiful place. What on earth? Okay, nothing we can examine.
Watson, hold the basin. I think you know what to do with it.
Okay, so perhaps we can fill it with water. And now we are playing as Watson. Okay, let's go. I think with this we can water the horse. Blood leading over there.
No, I can't do that.
Oh, of course I need to select the item first.
Perfect.
Okay. Watson, dearie, let me run. Okay, good. Horse, we are coming. We can save you. You are our friend. We won't let you suffer. It seems your master might have died. They didn't mean to do it.
He can barely move. We must find him some water, and quickly.
Oh, I thought it was selected already. Please drink up. Drink up.
Easy now, fellow. Drink up.
Oh, poor creature. And I bet we're gonna need...
What could this be doing here?
Can you drink? Can you get up? Good horsey! Such a wonderful horse. Feeling any better? Did you drink already? I bet they do not have a drinking animation. Well, at least you have a lot of hay, but it looks quite old. Feeling any better, bro? Good, I hope so. I try to find some food and come back as soon as I can, okay? You're such a cutie, I will help you. Okay, so now we have a hammer and some nails. let's return to... Wait, this looks like dragging marks. What? Okay, let's find Sherlock.
Here you are, Watson.
So now we have nails and hammer. And we are Sherlock again. Let's take a look at our surroundings and see what we can interact with.
Ah, it's a ham. What a delectable aroma. If only I were hungry.
If only it would not have been there for such a long time. I mean, as a player, I am a vegetarian, but Sherlock is not, so I bet he enjoys his.
Watson, what do you make of this?
What a horrific
Oh
sight!
no!
It has lain here for at least a week.
On the contrary, Watson, once again you see, but fail to observe. The warmth of the local climate and the exceptional humidity undoubtedly sped up the rate of decomposition. Based upon my calculations, the body has been here for 5 days.
Is that Davy? Oh no. But what happened to him? He looks like he's in a very weird position. Okay, let's grab our magnifying glass.
Let's examine the hands. They are calloused, with traces of dirt under the nails. This would be the gardener, no doubt.
What else can we examine, or was that enough? 2 dead, lying side by side. I cannot see one without seeing the other in this context.
This must be Arnson. He appears fond of cigars.
Okay. And fond of bear traps as well.
Papers were burned, and great care was taken to destroy everything of any value to our case. We will find nothing further in this place.
Nothing further. Oh, that doggy looks so sweet. Let's examine this place still. Let's walk around a bit.
Interesting. The person who sat here was fond of cigars.
So Arneson, yes. What can we assume? I mean, it looks like someone shot him. That mark on the side, which we cannot examine, looks like a wound you get when you are being shot.
Blood!
So someone hit something as well. And part of the tablecloth is on the floor. Was someone having dinner when all of this happened? I still am not sure what the heck happened in here. We can open this. Oh,
Champagne. Maybe this will satisfy that old man of the same name.
okay. Now we finally have champagne. So we enter through that door, so let's continue our journey.
I cannot budge the handle. They must have lodged something behind it to hold fast the door. Shh, Watson, listen. Whoever you are, open up. We mean you no harm. Open the door, for God's sake. It's a matter of life or death.
This is useless, Holmes.
Watson, your sensibility is appreciated. We shall come back later.
So are we assuming someone is behind that door? I mean, there's...
This blood on the ground came from a deep wound.
So that someone might actually be wounded and, I don't know, bleeding out in there? Can we try this again now that we know about the blood?
Whoever you are, open up. We mean you no harm. Open the door for God's sake. It's a matter of life or death.
This is useless, Holmes.
Watson, your sensibility is appreciated.
Okay, so nothing new there. So we entered through that door, we went there was the kitchen. What is this? It looks like a bedroom. But it looks like a very specific kind of bedroom. It looks like it's been decorated in a specific kind of way. Let's check it out.
These clothes belong to a servant, and judging from their size, he is a small man.
Okay, so a servant's room.
Anson, with his servant, no doubt.
Okay. Anything else we can read in here? Philosophy, astronomy, alchemy, Kabbalah. Okay, somehow I have a feeling that we might actually need these these letters at some point. I don't know. It would be cruel for Sherlock not to take a note of that if it's important for later. So what else is in this room? Apparently nothing. Okay. Did we come through here? This is just a door leading to the kitchen, and this leads to there. So it's
Closed, tight.
I think that might be the front door. If this is the back door, let's go upstairs. Wow, this place looks beautiful. Wow. I want to live in here, minus the flies and corpses. Dear Mr. Arneson, it was a rare pleasure to encounter your extraordinary altruistic attitude towards your employee, young Davy. Few would have made the effort to discover the truth of his affliction, and most would have discharged this boy from their services without hesitation. It is fortunate that Dr. Gallagher, who has expertise in these matters, is also your neighbor. Without his intervention, it is doubtful we would have been introduced, and then you would not have had the answers about this young man that you have been seeking. First, I will tell you that Davy's problems are psychological rather than physical. As you have already noticed, he hears and understands perfectly well. A medical examination also revealed that his vocal organs are unimpaired. The final diagnosis is that a psychological trauma or mental blockage is what prevents him from speaking. Interesting. As for your anecdote concerning the coins and discovery of the incredible talent that this young man seems to have for figures, it reminds me of similar child prodigy cases. I have requested their files from my colleagues and hope to learn more. All I can say now is that your employee has a phenomenal memory for figures, and that an adapted teaching program could enable him to exploit this talent further and benefit his community. Best regards, Professor L. Lakofka? Lakofka, yeah. Letter from Lakofka. Okay, interesting. And it looks like there is a book that says Carolina Folk Place. Such beautiful views from these windows, and look at all these details. I love them. Okay, more things to read. Let's do this. Fantastic Hunt Tales by D. Niles, page 188. Or much more, of course, if it is an African swallow, but our most disturbing tale about wild creatures of the marshes and swamps comes from Louisiana, near the city of New Orleans. Frightening events have plagued the region in recent history. At the time this book was put to press, rumors about mysterious disappearances, discoveries of mutilated bodies, and a fearsome beast of the swamps continue to haunt the poorer quarters and dockyards of this city. Our story begins 15 years ago, when a noted citizen of New Orleans contacted a world-renowned hunter known as Ward. This gentleman, who wishes to remain anonymous, retained Ward to track and kill a beast that was terrorizing his workers. These freedmen worked in his fishery and lived in infamous wooden shacks built along the outer banks of the swamp. Over the last year or more, there were mounting numbers of unexplained disappearances and deaths, which happened with alarming regularity, particularly at the high tide. Damn, doesn't sound suspicious at all. His men reported finding the mutilated and half-eaten bodies of men floating out from the swamp. And even more alarming, young women had also been mysteriously disappearing. At first he appealed to the local authorities, but was met with indifference. They blamed these incidents on his own hired men who lived beside the swamp. The local constabularies reasoned that these people originated in Africa, where sacrificial rites involving young virgins were common. As for the fate of the men found dead, they argued this was most certainly the work of alligators which filled the swamps. Our good citizen thought this highly unlikely, as the area was teeming with game. He knew from personal experience that alligators rarely attack humans when fish and natural food are readily available. He also rejected the notion that sacrificial rites were involved. Had that been the case, his men would have not asked for his help, and could have handled the matter themselves. Ward was told the workers usually disappeared while dredging for crayfish. As far as was known, 12 girls had disappeared recently, and no less than 7 young men had been found dead. That's a lot of people. The workers now refuse to enter the swamp, even to withdraw their gear. Adding to the tension were rumors of a grotesque and scaly silhouette seen by fishermen in the distant fog. Ward was offered a large sum to hunt down the presumed beast and return with it to the man's hired workers so that they could return to fishing for crayfish and forget about their complaints. Ward accepted the commission, cleaned his weapon and hired a local guide who knew the swamp. They left on a boat that very same day. For the next 2 weeks they searched the swamp, leaving early in the morning and coming back late at night. One evening Ward came back, anxious and excited. He said they discovered a trail deep in the... Wait, let's see what the image was. I actually have no idea. This looks like a head, this looks like an ear and an arm and... I don't know, tentacles? What the heck? Okay, let's continue. He said they discovered a trail deep in the swamp. He and his guide heard something that initially sounded like singing, but in dreadful guttural and discordant voices. Ward explained that it might have been the mating call of a bull alligator, some other large reptile. He promised to go there first thing in the morning and return with its head. They left at dawn and larger gunshots were heard from the depths of the swamp. The evening came and went with no sign of Ward or his guide. Nor were they seen the next day and into the next weeks. However, the strange disappearances and deaths ended. People speculated that Ward, his guide, and the beast had killed each other in some ferocious battle. Then, some months later, an extraordinary thing occurred. A fisherman discovered what appeared to be a white man caught in quicksand. The man, upon discovery, shouted with panic and attempted to escape. The fisherman was forced to stun him with an oar in order to bring him in. The man had moss, seaweed, and muck, all teeming with vermin, covering his gaunt frame. His features were buried under a thick beard and wild tangle of hair. Despite his appearance, which was barely human, some people claimed they recognized Ward's eagle eyes. He was also naked, his teeth were strangely sharpened, and his eyes were feverish and barely able to focus. Worst of all were the terrible strange scars that covered his entire body. Their symmetry resembled the work of some deranged artist or madman. Though many thought the opposite, the authorities decided that Ward had inflicted these marks upon himself and locked him in a cell, saying he must surely be insane. After doctors examined him, he was officially judged to be mad and sent to the mental hospital in Baton Rouge. There he remained locked up until the end of his short life. He spent the last few months of his life there, eating only raw fish and screaming to all who could hear that they had saved him. He cried out that he was one with them, and he spoke to him in a dream, and his awakening was soon to come. Another historical tale, even more disturbing, comes to us from the British moors, where a white rabbit...
This book has been read often. Tales of Fantastic Hunts by D. Niles.
So this was something Arneson was interested in. And there is another book, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it for another episode. I'm gonna end this episode here. Our plot clearly thickens. I can't wait to find out what happens next.